What's up, guys? It's the Potatinator, and it's the last clip that we have. Watching these clips have been awesome. I hope you guys think the same. But again, last clip called Rewriting Reality. Let's just jump into it.
I had a location. I had a story thread. I would put them together, write them into my story to create a path deeper into the dark place. The dark place had reacted to my story. The way into the tunnels was no longer blocked.
Okay, so last but not least, gave us a really big clue, and it's funny because we've already seen this. So again, it goes into the clips weren't really in order, but this is obviously the first time you do it within the Caldera station. So let's go back to the beginning because there's a lot to literally look at. So first off, obviously you see it's normal subway stuff, Caldera station, all that kind of jazz, you know, safety concerns. I want to say those are safety concerns. But as you pan, their big thing, obviously all of the graffiti again, scratch, don't write, return, scratch, return up here, big thing, you lost here, die here, all that kind of stuff. But when you look up at the actual quote unquote station sign, it literally says A Looper Express to Mirror Heights, except late nights. So that's an interesting thing. And then, but then you can then have late nights, YOU, and here, W, Dark Avenue Downtown via Bridge. So this, I want to say, big thing here, A, W could potentially just be Alan Wake, and then YOU is, they're still talking to Alan Wake. So Alan Wake, you end up at the Dark Town via the Bridge. So that's interesting. Continuing with the pan, Caldera Street, but then this is, we literally just saw it at the end of last clip, but it was the first time you saw scratch, which is this, in any other color but black or white. Now it still says don't write here on the corner, but this is a multicolored scratch. And then as he slides, you see another silhouette of a person, and then again, instead of it being in color, it's big huge white scratch. Oh, wait a minute. I did not see this. Hold on. We're going to back up here. I've always had a vivid imagination, but this dream unsettles me. It was wild and dark and weird, even by my standards. So yes, it began with a dream. So again, another super callback to the original Alan Wake and that first episode, Nightmare, because that's literally what he says right before he starts talking about the dream, talking about driving on the highway and hitting the hitchhiker. So another big callback there. Again, sign up here, same deal, late nights, YOU, AW. Looking at that, no exit, middle of the platform, don't write, again, all kind of graffitied out. So the first time, this must be the first time you use the plot board.
I had a location. I had a story thread. I would put them together, write them into my story to create a path deeper into the dark place.
So then he kind of inner monologue explains what you're doing. So you're obviously going to use the plot board, and we've seen this in the other clips where he takes this station, he has the picture of it, and he pins something to it to write it like that, to connect the place. And it changes the place. The dark place actually reacts to what he writes and changes so that he can continue.
The dark place had reacted to my story. The way into the tunnels was no longer blocked.
So that's what he was saying, is that it reacted to the story and it changed. But now you can see even more graffiti, and at the end of the area there is that other shadowy outline with the hood that we saw, was it about 3 clips ago, the writer's room in combat one. So we saw that, and then there's a whole bunch of graffiti. This says lost her, not lost here. You've got initiation, another scratch, Alice here. This says find Alice. So that's the first time I've seen those two together. They've been all over the place. Return down here, scratch. So you die here. Like, it's very, very interesting that all this graffiti is the same. That it's all over the place. So, but that it just makes sense because it's in his mind. The dark place is basically reacting to him, and obviously as he writes the story, it changes dark place, as we've seen with the plot board. So you use the plot board to basically rewrite reality, and that's the title of the clip here. So, and then considering that the dark place actually isn't reality, I guess you can think of it as Alan's reality, since he's trapped there. Would make sense that way. But that's it. I've gone through all the clips that I was given. Hopefully you all enjoyed watching those in a segmented format. If I get a lot of people, I'll make a community post. If people want me to put them all together to watch them all the way through, I can. It's not a big deal. But I wanted to do these separately so that they're a little bit in more digestible formats, so that we can, pick through and look at them individually. So let me know what you guys thought about this clip in the comments down below, how you think it fits into some of the theories that are out there, or your own theories. Again, hit the like button on the video. Subscribe guys, to get all of my Alan Wake content and all of my content in general. Hit that notification bell so that you know when all my stuff comes out. And as always, I'll be back. See you guys.